So you've created a simple counter app in React. You created a variable holding the number of clicks, then added a function that increases the click number as well as logs the value of the clicks. Finally, you tied that function to the onClick event listener of the button and then set the label to the dynamic value of the click counter. But it's still not working as expected, simply because it's not how React works. The magic trick we need to make this happen is a so-called useState hook. In React, a hook is just a fancy name for a function that does some funny stuff. You specify what variable should be treated as state, then you update it as you need using provided setter function, and then React updates all the components that subscribe to that value whenever its value changes. To use it, obviously we need to import it first from React. Then at the top level of our function component we put the following snippet. And basically that's everything you need to do in order to specify the set state of a hook. There are three parts of useState hook declaration. First, you destructure the hook into state variable and the setter function. Then you call the actual useHook function and provide the default value as the argument. If you forget to define it, it will be undefined. And now you're ready to use the useState hook in practice. You basically tie the setter function to the button's onClick event listener and then use the variable holding value in the label of the button. And now the code looks so much compact and it just works fine. You press the button, the state variable is changed, and then the new state is being displayed on the label. Take a moment to compare it to the class component version of achieving the same. Okay, that's enough. Hopefully the multiple use of the this keyword didn't make you sick. Okay, and what if we want to use multiple state variables? Well, basically declare as many as you got them, please. The useState hook can hold any type of value: number, string, object, array, basically anything. Although this is an official way of using the useState hook that's also recommended in the official documentation, there is one nuisance you need to know. React does not update the state immediately after you set the new value of the state variable, and likewise doesn't immediately re-render the component that is listening to the changes. React batches re-renders in order to optimize performance. Most of the time you won't notice that, but there are situations when your code might behave strangely. For example, in this function scope, the counter value will always remain the same as the initial one. So if you want to operate on the updated value, then you need to create some temporary variable. Likewise here, although you call the setter function twice, the value will actually be only increased by 1, because you are effectively setting counter to the value of counter plus 1, but twice. And you can solve this issue by either increasing the counter by 2 or by using the current value provided by the hook itself, which is not actually the variable that you assign at the very beginning. And that's it. That's how you use the useState hook, which is nice and easy way to manage state within React functional components. So thank you guys for watching and go and use them.